because of the layout of the track. And for race 1, it's now a very good morning to Ron Paps and also to Terry McAuliffe.
Thank you, Rod. Sky Channel joining us now, and we go straight to the hill for Terry McAuliffe, your caller from the hill today. This is the first division of the Adelaide Bank Handicap.
Thank you, Ron. 1,400 metres the journey here. Courtly Comment to come up with Brooklyn Gold. They're the last two to move in. First of 10 races today at Oakbank. The party about to begin. Oakbank 98. Shamrock Crest, very restless in the gates. They're all in though. Very, very windy up on the hill. There's the light. They're away and racing. And the carnival begins, and Blasket began quickly. March Militaire showing good speed out wide. Imperial Air going forward early with Scard and Bitsky. Hutch Ruby just behind those. My Boy Joe very wide, as was Brooklyn Gold. Blasket now getting well back on the inside. Back with it was Courtly Comic, then Shamrock Crest, Truman. Back second last, Ishani. And Princely Bird was last of all as they're about to run inside the 1,000-metre mark.
And Bitsky's one of the leaders here, but going after it on the outside is the bolter of the field, My Boy Joe. And My Boy Joe now draws 3/4 in front of Bitsky, a length and a half away to Scard with the box seat outside of March Militaire, and they were followed by Imperial Air. 2 lengths away at the 800, then Hutz Ruby, followed by Blasket and Ashani. They're well back with Brooklyn Gold. They're attempting to make ground as they prepare to come downhill from Truman, Princely Bird, and last of all, Shamrock Crest. My Boy Joe, the bookies hope at the 600, led by about 3/4. Scard goes to second on the outside of Bitsky, and they were followed by March Militaire, and now Imperial Air joining in with a nice run. Up there with them too, Brooklyn Gold will be deep for home, and they were followed by Ashani, but homeward bound, and Scard goes to My Boy Joe and hit the front. Bitsky back on the inside, wider out in the track now. Hutz Ruby started to come home, bumped there with Imperial Air. Now March Militaire comes at the lot of them. 200 out, Scard joined by March Militaire, Hutz Ruby, Brooklyn Gold and Princely Bird and Courtly Comment late on the scene. March Militaire reached the lead. Hutz Ruby comes at it, and Scard is still there. March Militaire and a great go. March Militaire, second Hutz Ruby, third I think Scard with Courtly Comment and Blasket. They were followed by Truman running on behind their heels, and then came Princely Bird. A break to Brooklyn Gold, Ashani further back in the field behind those Bitsky. Then came My Boy Joe, Imperial Air, at a long last for Shamrock Crest.
Well, the carnival starts with one of the outsiders, I suppose, number 9, March Militaire, winning, and March Militaire paying $12.40 and $3.40, and a photo for second and third. Awkward angle and quite a few there. But anyway, March Militaire has been quite decisive in winning the first on this big program at Oakbank, the first day of the 2-day carnival. We're still doing the late mail for...
Last of all. Well, he tried to restrain Funster, but she wants to race, and she's now got a length in front. In second placing, Mr. Midge, and around the outside, Tornero, and deeper still was Chontella. They were followed back on the inside by Miss Tunuck from Gold Fame, and I'm a Star shuffle back to last. About to move downhill, and Funster shows the way a half in front of Mr. Midge and Tornero 3 wide. Then over on the inside, Gold Fame has made some nice ground up along the inside. Chontella 3 deep, and Miss Tunuck between them, and a couple of lengths away to the outside I'm a Star. At the home turn, 400 a race, and Funster is the leader, shows the way by a length now to Mr. Midge and Tornero. There's a big gap on the inside for Gold Fame, and she's starting to run on, and out wider was Chontella, but Funster the leader as they race down to the 200. She's 2 lengths in front of Gold Fame, and Mr. Midge running a big race. Chontella's nowhere to be seen, but Funster has started to put a space on them, and Funster's going to win very, very handsomely indeed. Funster eased down on the line, scored by 2.5. Second, Mr. Midge, and third was Gold Fame. They were followed further back by Tornero, Miss Tunuck. Chontella beat 1 home, and that was the outsider, I'm a Star.
153, they'll be at Oakbank across the line on race 2. Funster at $1.80 and $1.30, so a better result than in the first race there today. 5, Mr. Midge at $4.10 for a place, and third past the post will be Gold Fame, number 3, but there won't be a third dividend. So Funster. Kieran McAvoy was the winning rider on board for the Peter Hayes stable in this 2-year-old filly, racing away from them in the last little bit. She's won quite easily. 153 on race number 2. Kieran McAvoy, very, very exciting prospect in the riding ranks. Now let's run through Ron Papp's selections for the Oakbank Carnival. Today they have 10 races. We've seen the first two, so we'll pick up the tips with race 3. The hurdle, number 1, Lamelazan, from 12, Kashua, and 3 down to 0. 1, 12, 3 in race number 3. The fourth event, the Amy Handicap over 1400. 2 Top Chance from 1, Knightly Sword and Festival Fair. 2, 1 and 7 in the fourth event. The Carlton Mid-Strength Steeple is race 5. It's over a bit more than 2 miles. Number 5, Worthy Night to Win from 2, Wickerman, and Zigzag number 6, 5, 2 and 6, race number 5. Race 6, the P&O Services Handicap over 1100 for the 3-year-olds. Number 1, Mr. Malibo from 6, Cubicle, and 2, Mindanao, with Charleston Bay next best for the pick 4. 1, 6, 2 and 7 are Ron Papp selections in the 6th. Now, race 7, number 3, Fly with Eagles to win the Welter, the Clipsal Welter, from 2, Ferox Chief, and Paisano, number 6, 3, 2 and 6 in race 7. Now, race 8 on the program is the main race there today. It's the $75,000 Von Duser Steeplechase, over 3,250 approximately. 1, Palace Symphony, number 1, the old-timer to win, from 2, Monaco Bay, 3, Tal Disco, and the one that John Wheeler's got over here campaigning over the carnival, Tom T. Hall. And you certainly can't discount John Wheeler's horses at Oakbank. 1, 2, 3 and 8 for the Von Duser race number 8 at Oakbank. That's coming up a little bit later. In race number 9, the Pura Milk Grey Class 6 handicap, 1, Lord William a Special to beat 2, Saluta and Keeper Lily number 12. That's 1, 2, 12. And in the final event, race number 10, it's the Shillabia Plate over 1,100 metres. 1, Oraba to beat 3, Jarmac, and number 9, Future Ethics for third. That's 1, 3 and 9 in race 10. So they're the tips for Oakbank. The best bet according to Ron Papps is the 4-year-old. Race 9, number 1, Lord William. The day is young on this big day of racing. We still have the first race at Randwick to come. That's coming up soon, and so is the first race at Kembla Grange. We'll continue with our live trackside previews around Australia on the other side of this break.
I want you to dance like air.
Line good. They're off. Good start too, with the exception of Hugh Matrice, who dawdled out of the stalls and missed it by a couple of lengths. One of the first to get going, Scarlet Rocket in the all-whiter. Immediately went straight to the lead from Grand Archway up on the outside second, followed by Love's Choice on the rails. Aromatic close in behind them, followed by In a Flurry, a length further back, Alternative Edge, followed closely by Kate Emma, who's over on the outside of Ocean Fast, getting back in the field. Primrose Penny going up on the outside, followed by Winged Hope and Tempted Lady, and Hugh Matrice is last of all. They're on the railway side, 900 metres left to go, and Scarlet Rocket the leader. About a length to Grand Archway, a length further back along the inside of Love's Choice, followed by In a Flurry. Then Alternative Edge making ground but wide, followed by Aromatic. Further back is Primrose Penny. Ocean Fast over on the inside, about 6 lengths off the leader. They're followed by Kate Emma, a length and a half further back is Winged Hope on the outside of Tempted Lady, and Hugh Matrice is last of all. Coming up to the 600 metre mark, and Scarlet Rocket doing it well. A half length to Grand Archway is getting a bit closer. Love's Choice has had a nice run on the inside of In a Flurry, making ground, followed by Alternative Edge and Aromatic. Primrose Penny in behind them, a length and a half further back to Ocean Fast, followed by Kate Emma. Winged Hope was a fair way back in the field, followed by Tempted Lady and Hugh Matrice as they straighten up. Scarlet Rocket still in front, about to be tackled by Grand Archway, who's coming down the outside with a strong run. They've got nicely clear of Love's Choice running on. Further back in the field behind them In a Flurry, and down the outside was Ocean Fast, still giving the leaders a long start. Grand Archway's in front with 150 metres left to go. Love's Choice and In a Flurry, and down the outside Ocean Fast is flying home. Grand Archway just in front. Grand Archway just hangs on to win from second home. Love's Choice, I think, or Ocean Fast in a photo. Just in behind them In a Flurry. Further back in the field, Scarlet Rocket, followed next home by Tempted Lady and Primrose Penny, followed by Kate Emma, Hugh Matrice behind them, Winged Hope, and the last couple home, Alternative Edge back in company with Aromatic. It's just held on. Grand Archway sat near the leader in second place, had a lovely run in transit, and Grand Archway just hanging on to score here from Love's Choice. In a Flurry and Ocean Fast was winding up when the race was all over, really. And here's the finish coming up here. Grand Archway just in front, close to home. And there's the finish. Just holding out Love's Choice. Not much in it for third. In a Flurry and Ocean Fast. Number 3, the winner. Makes it 3 on the trot. Very smart filly. Trained by Graham Rogerson. Here's a look at the finish again. And Elf Matthews aboard. Using the Persuader there on Grand Archway, which is a 2-year-old filly by Archway out of Mean Eyes. Raced by Graham Rogerson. And the Bari Stud Syndicate, managed by Mr. N. George, trained by Graham Rogerson at Flemington. A good finish there in the first. And Love's Choice has battled on well to be beaten about or Long Neck on the line, probably less than that, and Ocean Fast on the outside just ahead of In a Flurry, whose run first up has been very good. So all numbers are 3, 6 and 4. 3, 6 and 4. Number 3, Grand Archway, the winner, Elf Matthews. Number 6, second, Love's Choice, Lincoln Coffee. And number 4, Ocean Fast. Obviously looking for more ground, a couple of more strides, and would have won. No doubt about that, Ocean Fast. So fast was it finishing, but the post was just too close. And a very good run first up by the newcomer, In a Flurry, which has battled on to just miss the place.
Bow 13 for Expert, 41 River Century and Encourage at $31. For the first event, it's the Carbine Club Stakes, winning endgame 69. Here's Ron to start us off at Oakbank.
Away they go. And Nippon Nugget a bit slow out from the inside, and away well was going fast in the early part, King Carrot. It's looking for the lead, and so is Cojure, and Prince Keystone is prominent, so too Top Jewel and Lamelazon. Over on the outside, down to 0. Top Jewel hooked that and dropped back a length. And going up on his outside, Normanby Road, followed by I Like Beer, and they were followed then as they go to the next flight by over on the outside, Wonder Bow. Back behind them on the outside now was Diamond Heist, followed then by Corbassi, who's travelling up on the outside of Nippon Nugget. They take another flight, and Cojure's ripped his way to the front by a length and a half now to in second placing Lord Quinny. 2.5 Prince Keystone getting a nice run, so is Down to 0 fourth, and then Normanby Road outside Lamelazon. They moved down the hill towards the home turn in the first circuit, and they were followed wide out by Corbassi, King Carrot the second, Tanya's Lad the inside. Further back I Like Beer with Top Jewel. Wonderbow's been pulled out of the race, something's going to miss there, and has been eased out of it. They were followed wide out on the track by Corbassi. Further back Diamond Heist, Top Jewel, I Like Beer, Tanya's Lad and Nippon Nugget with Wonderbow eased out of it. Racing to the second jump in the straight now, and there's a great battle for the lead where it's on the inside, making good ground up on the inside, Cojure. Lord Quinny takes him on over that one from Down to 0. There's no lack of pace. Wider out in the track, Corbassi's moved up to be fourth as they go to the last flight going out of the straight towards the 1600. Then Prince Keystone followed by Normanby Road, and they were followed by Lamelazon. Top Jewel wide out, and then came Diamond Heist, Tanya's Lad. Further back to King Carrot, and the last two as they head towards the hill section of the course are Nippon Nugget and I Like Beer.
There's a jump at the 1300 metre mark, and the leader is Cojure, leads by a half to Lord Quinny second. Prince Keystone, the box seat, was third. Down to 0 was fourth as they approach this jump at the 1300. Racing fifth, Lamelazon on the inside of Normanby Road. Then Corbassi as they fly that jump at the 1300. Further back then to Tanya's Lad. Then Diamond Heist on its inside. I Like Beer from Top Jewel. Nippon Nugget's about 3 or 4 lengths away, and Wonderbow's already been retired from the event. They've gone one full circuit, and Cojure still the leader.
And he's an aggressive jumper too. He really charges his flights, and Cojure led by a half length with 1,000 metres to run. Working down to the next jump from in second placing Lord Quinny, who's right in the action. Third Prince Keystone over that next flight, followed then by Down to 0 joining in. And here's Lamelazon gaining ground per medium of a rails run. Wider out Corbassi as they go to another jump, and then came Normanby Road. Lamelazon didn't quite jump that as well as the previous few. Top Jewel outside Tanya's Lad. The Bolter's running a bit of a race from I Like Beer, and forget about the other two, Nippon Nugget, and also well back then came King Carrot. About to move downhill at the 600, and Prince Keystone went through and headed Cojure. Down to 0 is there, so is Normanby Road, and so is Lamelazon. What a hurdle race this has been. Further back to Lord Quinny now done with from Corbassi. Tanya's Lad still making ground, and well back Top Jewel and I Like Beer from Nippon Nugget and King Carrot. Homeward bound Prince Keystone and the Haze colours went to the front. Got a length in front of Down to 0. Now Normanby Road puts in his claim on the outside. They've jumped the second last, coming to the last one. Prince Keystone and Down to 0, nose for nose. Then Normanby Road from Lamelazon, who couldn't win. Prince Keystone headed by Down to 0 as they clear the last. Prince Keystone coming back at Down to 0. They're tired. Down to 0 just in front and one ahead. Second Prince Keystone. Third 2 lengths away Normanby Road. 5 off then to Lamelazon, followed by Cojure. They were followed then by on the outside Corbassi, I Like Beer, Tanya's Lad. Then came Lord Quinny, followed by Top Jewel. Further back in the field behind those then was Nippon Nugget and King Carrot. And here's a riderless horse, which we would imagine would be Diamond Heist, which has been collected by the clerk of the course.
There's another trainer who's pretty good with the jumpers. Eric Musgrove preparing Down to 0, number 3, to win at 11.70 and 3.60. 2.40 Prince Keystone, and Normanby Road at $2.90 for a place, 3.87. We have to keep moving. We've got the first race at Randwick coming up. This is a listed race worth $60,000 for the 3-year-olds. The favourite is the John Hawkes trained Noise at $2.30.
Carla Steer just a little bit slowly into stride. Expert, one of the early leaders with Stage Bone. Noise is right up there. Likewise, River Century and Courage, and then a break to Antiquity. Carla Steer going up on the inside from Winning In Game, Lively Lad, and a couple of lengths to South Bend as they race down towards the 1200. And River Century runs to the lead, about a length and a half on Expert. A half length to Stage Bow on the outside, 2.5 to Noise, who's pratted 3 deep at the moment. And Courage in the middle. Carla Steer on the fence from Antiquity, Lively Lad making some leeway. Second last South Bend, and Winning Endgame seemed to get a Pratt and dropped out last as they sweep out of the back straight. Going towards the side of the track at 850 and in a dawdling run affair. River Century is the leader. A half length on Stage Bow, the favourite 3 wide Noise. A length further back on the inside is Expert, followed closely by Lively Lad and then Antiquity and Courage. Carla Steer well and truly snookered away from Winning Endgame, and South Bend is last, and only about 8 lengths would cover the field as they head down to the 600. And the leader, River Century from Stage Bow. Noise on a limb, so too Lively Lad. Antiquity in the middle, Expert on the fence, a length in Courage. 1 to South Bend, Winning Endgame, and again the Victorian Carla Steer back to the tail of the field as they straighten for the run of the wire. 400 left to go, and Noise out after Stage Bow and River Century. Carla Steer with plenty of room on the inside, but Noise hits the front with 300 to travel. And it's Noise more than a length on Stage Bow. Carla Steer the inside, and then Antiquity, South Bend, Winning Endgame. They're all struggling behind Noise seemingly. Yeah, 100 to go. How far this? Noise about 5 lengths, Winning Endgame, Stage Bow and Courage, and then South Bend, but Noise trots in. Noise a big winner. Second Winning Endgame, third Stage Bow, then Encourage, Antiquity, South Bend, followed by Carla Steer over on the rails. River Century, Expert and Lively Lad was last.
Number 4 there, Noise to return 2.30 and 1.30. Number 11, Winning Endgame to pay $12.10, and 6 for third, Stage Bow to pay $2.70. Just the rest of that late mail from Canberra. We got up to race 4 there. Number 1, Tons of Loot, number 1. Race 5, it's for 1, Mountain Time, number 1. Race 6, number 1, Kidlat, number 1. And race 7, number 4, September Mist, a late mail each way, number 4 each way in the last.
50 cents. And number 6 in the third spot, Stage Bow, and it'll pay $2.40. Noise, a promising horse by Quest for Fame from the Ace of Aces mare Whistling, bred by the Woodland Stud, of course owned by them, trained by Johnny Hawkes, ridden by Larry Cassidy, and that is John Hawkes' 99.5 winner for the season. So it's only a matter of, well, who knows today, and he'll crack the ton. The runner-up, Winning Endgame, is trained by Bart Cummings by Spectacular Love from Soothe, who's a 3 legs mare, a grey gelding. Len Beasley and Stage Bow as a bay gelding 3, Lord Seymour, Broadway bound, Gay Waterhouse, Shane Dye. Those numbers are up, 4, 11 and 6. The Quinella, $129.30. Exacta paid $186.10, and the Trifecta at $1,141.80. Now the time for the race, no, it hasn't operated the infield timer, so we'll stand by for more news after the Carbine Club Stakes, won in a trot by number 4, Noise.
A good line. Golden Tulip, Les Classique near the inside, bounce quickly. Dinner Star going forward from Lady Rialton outside. Meccano showing some speed. Rossetti Gold is easing back. Now these runners from the outside have got to the fence now, and there are 3 of them in line. Lady Rialton, Dinner Star, and Meccano ease back out of the fray to be third. 1.5 Les Classique running fourth. A length in Golden Tulip fifth. 1 further back in the race, Rossetti Gold. Tippy the fence. A length into Sky Rocket and 2 to Metal Ice. At the 650-metre mark, Lady Rialton up outside Dinner Star. 3 lengths further back is Les Classique on the inside of Meccano. 2 to Golden Tulip to the outside fifth. 1 Tippy, a half Rossetti Gold. 2 to Sky Rocket. 2 to Metal Ice last of all. Up to the bend they race. Lady Rialton outside Dinner Star, and she's going all right at the moment, Lady Rialton. A length Meccano from Les Classique, and then Golden Tulip from Tippy. Lady Rialton took the front at the 300-metre mark now, trying to get out as Les Classique. Golden Tulip further out, and Sky Rocket coming home well. Lady Rialton in front, Golden Tulip levelling up, and here's Sky Rocket. Golden Tulip hit the front, Sky Rocket after it from Les Classique. Golden Tulip finding a bit near the line, and Golden Tulip a half neck on the line, Sky Rocket. Out wide, Rossetti Gold may grab third from Les Classique, and on the inside there, Lady Rialton. Further back in the race, Metal Ice, then Meccano, Dinner Star, and Tippy near the tail.
3 Golden Tulip, $5, $1.80. Number 2 Sky Rocket, $2.20. 6 Rossetti Gold, $2.40.
Super tab there. 3 Golden Tulip, 5, 10, 170. 2 Sky Rocket, $2.20, and 6 Rossetti Gold, $2.20.
From Lady Rialton, then Sky Rocket started to put in a good run, but she's got home here. Golden Tulip number 3, about a half neck. Over Skyrocket second, and third placing the judge cooling on the photo with Rossetti Gold finishing quite well.
Well, I checked that third number at the coast.
Okay, at the Gold Coast, there are
8, 2 and 6. $5, 170 Golden Tulip, 2 Skyrocket, 220. Hello, what's this? This bloke's trying to get into his car. Must have lost the keys. And Rossetti Gold third. Official placings. You have them there. And place getters about to come back to scale here. There's Golden Tulip, a nice look at Golden Tulip and Aaron Spiteri as they come back after the Rosebery Handicap, and we'll be back to Caulfield with a third event on the card, the Jeff Murphy Super Vapors Handicap 1100 metres at 125.
Soon have the light. Race 4, second division of the Amy Handicap, 1400 metres the journey. They stand well. There's the light, and away they go. Castabon just knuckled shortly after the start, didn't lose any ground. My Braveheart was out quickly with Mr. Sands, also showing speed. Cavalli Veloci with Senan Cove. Nightly Sword driving through near the inside with Castabon. Top Chance easing in behind those runners now. Further back in the field, Mr. Sands. Rhythmic Bow's a long way back with Round Lake. Also well back, Yalla Limit. Second last Star of Southland, and Festival Fair was last of all.
The pressure was right on around that first turn, and the leader coming out of the ruck was Nightly Sword. To lead down, draws away 2.5 to My Braveheart. Third, Cavalli Veloci. Castabon fourth. 2 lengths, Mr. Sands. 2 lengths away to Top Chance, ridden quietly. Another length and a half to Senan Cove from Star of Southland, and they were followed back on the inside by Round Lake from Rhythmic Bow. Back behind them, Yellow Limit would need to put in a Herculean finish to get up from there, and Festival Fair was back with it, about to come downhill at the 600, and here the leader on the inside is being joined Nightly Sword by out wide on the track, going to it My Braveheart. Third placing came Cavalli Veloci. Mr. Sands hooks out wide. Top Chance's riders got desperate on it, and from Castabon. Round Lake was next, followed by Senan Cove. Yellow Limit still a long way back with Rhythmic Bow, Star of Southland, and last Festival Fair. In the straight, though, coming down to the 200-metre mark, My Braveheart, the leader, but Mr. Sands is coming after it now. And down the outside, Top Chance when the race is nearly over. Mr. Sands in front. Top Chance is grinding. Mr. Sands is still in front. It's lifting. Top Chance is making a determined effort, but it's Mr. Sands. Rejuvenated racehorse, wins by a half to Top Chance. My Braveheart is there for third with Round Lake from Castabon, Cavalli Veloci. Yellow Limit late on the scene, as was Festival Fair from Rhythmic Bow. Knocking up Nightly Sword, and the last pair home was Star of Southland, and Senan Cove was absolute.
Mr. Sands, he just keeps winning. That's 4 in a row for Mr. Sands. Number 9 today, he's paid $3.60 for a win and $1.60 for a place. And John O'Connor was the winning rider. Number 2, Top Chance at $1.80. And it's a photo finish for third. There's a couple of them there, including My Braveheart number 10, which is over on the inside, and Round Lake number 5, which has come home quite well on the outside. So it's 9 ahead of 2. And as we get to third, maybe number 10 back on the inside. In fact, you'd favour number 10, My Braveheart, but we'll wait for the judge to make it official. 9-2 into camera. Next there at Oakbank is the Carlton Mid-Strength Steeplechase, over 3,250, or approximately 3,250. Now, Randwick Race 2. Very important race, this one, coming up.
And the racing, Starry Way was last out, and Look for Mars beat them into stride. Ace of France not far away, moving up Nick's Magic, and going smartly now is Terrorist, and Visionary can't get anywhere near the rails. And let's have a look for the favourite. It's getting back to fourth last. I refer to Dracula. Settling down, Look for Mars leads Terrorist. Visionary going up wider out to third, and 2 lengths to Nick's Magic around Starry Way. 2 in danger, 3/4 to Dracula the inside, 3 lengths to Erver, a length to Kugel, 1/2 3/4 to Ace of France. They're stringing out on the first corner, and Look for Mars leads the way, nearly 2 lengths on Visionary, a length third Terrorist, 1 further back Nick's Magic. Starry Way on the rails, a couple of lengths to In Danger on the outside of the favourite Dracula, a little over a length to Erver, 2.5 to Kugel, 1/2 and about a length and a quarter off Ace of France. No change as they race down to the halfway at the 800 and the Fern Hill, and Look for Mars leads out by about a length and a quarter. Second Visionary, 2 lengths to Terrorist, and then comes Nick's Magic. A length and a half further away Starry Way from In Danger. Danger. Dracula awkwardly placed on the inside of Irva. And Ace of France in company with a horse on its inside, Kugelhoff, the last pair as they begin the swing. 500 out, and Look for Mars has been the leader from almost the word go. And around the corner comes Look for Mars. It's hanging. It leads about a head on Visionary. A Link Terror, a Starry Way going up nearer to the inside, followed by Nick's Magic, Wonder Dracula, and a length further back In Danger. Plenty of hopes down to the 250. Visionary in front. Here's Dracula seeing plenty of daylight and swooped upon Visionary, and Dracula hit the front, and this looks like Johnny Hawk's century of winners for the season. It is. Dracula put 4, Look for Mars, and then In Danger. He'll get up for second, but what a win by Dracula. Now In Danger's run second. There's nothing between Look for Mars and the fast finishing Kugelhoff for third, followed home by Starry Way, Visionary, Irva, Nick's Magic, and tailed off were Terrorist and Ace of France.
One Dracula to return 3.10 and 1.50 on Super Tab. Number 8 In Danger, $2 even. And for third there, it is a photo.
And a half winner for the season. Congratulations to him. And Dracula today has paid $2.80 and $1.40. Number 8 has run second, or will be second. In Danger, written by R.S. Dye, will pay $1.80. And the third rests between Look for Mars, who will probably just hang on for third. Yes, it has. Look for Mars, number 3 at $4 neat.
On Super Tab, $4.40.
I can tell you that the New South Wales Quinella has paid $6.90, and the Exacta $12.10, trifecta to follow. Well, he's a very promising colt, this fellow Dracula, and he's by this very, very promising sire, Quest for Fame, like the first race winner Noise, Quest for Fame, an English Derby winner, and as been said on a number of occasions by yours truly, the fact that this fella has been able to get horses to win as 2-year-olds over sprint journeys naturally speaks volumes for his long-term stud career. Oh, he's been an absolute goldmine for the Inghams and, of course, their Woodland stud operations. Out of award ceremony, Dracula, half brother to Smart Filly and Sash, trained by John Hawkes for the Inghams, and Larry Cassidy up. Number 8 second, In Danger. He's a nice colt. He's by Dane Hill from High Eries, but he had a better horse on the day, John Morris, Shane Dye. And number 3, Look for Mars, did all the bullocking work and battled on pretty well. Found his second wind of about the 100 metres. And he's a 2-year-old chestnut gelding by Masque from Outlook, trained by Anthony Cummings, written by Justin Sheehan. 9 ran 4th, and that was Kugelhoff. The time, 1:40.33, 1:40.33, standing by for sectional news and margins. And talking about them, thank you, Gary. 4.5 by a long neck. 4.5 a long neck, and the first 600, 51.55, last 600, 36.26.
Hopping out quickly on the outside bowl play. Showing speed, Dynamic Tycoon, all systems go, and getting up on the inside, Cinnamon Cove when they settle down. River Affair are starting to tack on and go through when they settle into stride. From the outside, Dynamic Tycoon, now headed on the outside of it by Bowl Play. Wonder River Affair to third from all systems go. The fence, Cinnamon Cove, a half them wide, Manhattan Von from Retrench. Further back, Strike Force. Talker's only got a few behind it. Further back, Passant King shows on and content at the 550 metre mark. On the inside, Dynamic Tycoon. Outside at Bowl Play, a length and a half, River Affair, Cinnamon Cove, the fence. Then came off the track, Manhattan Von, around all systems go. Talker's pulled out wide, Retrenched just behind those from Strike Force and shows on. In the straight, 350 to go. Dynamic Tycoon in front, River Affair and Manhattan Von, and Talk down the outside, coming home well. Retrench has run right up the back of them. Halfway up the running now on the outside, Manhattan Von getting to River Affair. Talk, and on the outside, shows on. Talk got to the front, lays in, shows on after it. 2 are down near the line, but the Talk has won from shows on. River Affair third, then Dynamic Tycoon, Manhattan Von. All systems go, Retrench. Further back, Contend, Passant King, and Bowl Play. Now, 2 of them have gone down here. Let's have a look. Strike Force and Cinnamon.